everybody. Welcome to Bestie Book Reviews. I'm here with my bestie, Mandy.
And I'm here with my bestie, Jessica.
So today's video is another one of our Convincing My Bestie to Read videos. And it is my turn to convince Mandy to read something. So today we're going to be reading books with breeding kink. Yeah, I thought you'd like that. Okay, so
where's your outfit for this then?
Okay, so Mandy always gets dressed. I have no outfit for breeding kink. How do you get an outfit for breeding kink? But I don't normally pull this out because I have kids around. But Mr. Peen will be joining us today. So he's gonna go right back here and be our little buddy on the bookshelf and just hang out. Yeah, like I've got kids, I can't really put it out, but I'll put it out for this video. He's all squishy and cute. I should put him on top of the. No, he doesn't fit. Doesn't fit on top of my gnome. Okay, so Mr. Peen's hanging out with us today. So before we get started, Mandy, do you want to tell them about our Road to 1K giveaway?
Yes. So when we hit 500, some lucky subscriber is going to get this cinch sack, dark romance reader filled with lots of swag, including
Twisted Love by Anna Huang.
Yes. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and head over to Instagram to follow us there for extra entries.
Yes. Okay, so let's talk about this. Was requested by one of our subscribers. And so that is what brought this one on. Now, I love a good breeding trope. And Mandy you really see these a lot in like reverse harems and a lot of paranormal and alien romances. Mandy kind of that's not really her thing. So I had to find ones that had this that were not necessarily reverse harem. But if you guys want to see more of this breeding kink situation, comment below, let me know, and we'll figure out a way to make a video with it again where I can throw out some more paranormal ones and reverse harem ones too. So
also feel free to comment with anything else that you would like to see Convincing My Bestie be.
Yes, exactly. Okay, Mandy, are you ready? So the way this works is I've got 6 recommendations for Mandy, and she is going to choose one out of the 6, and then she has to read that and report back to us on how she liked it. So, okay, here we go. So the first recommendation that I have for you is Sugar Daddies by Jade West. Now, look, I get it. The book cover and the book itself, like it sounds like it's pure smut. It is not. There is great plot in this book. It is it's more than what you think it is. So this book is about our heroine is Kate, and this is an MMF. So there's 2 guys, and it is Rick and Carl, and they're in a relationship together. Now, Kate, for whatever reasons, there's circumstances, and so she finds herself on a sugar daddies or sugar babies website, and she sees this one that stands out, and it is this couple, this gay couple or bisexual couple, and they are looking for a sugar baby, and there's reasons why. And so she answers the ad, and she finds these 2 guys. One is a very prominent businessman, and she agrees to be their chippy. But what they don't tell her is they want a baby, and that is something that they wait for a while. Like whenever they tell the sugar babies that they've tried to have, they've like ran off. And so there's some sad stories behind that as well. But they eventually, like she hears that, and she's like, well, I guess I can. She signs a contract for a certain amount of time. She's not agreeing to be in the baby's life. But things happen. What I love about this book is these 2 guys have this saying: we come together or not at all. And it's good. So I was going into this thinking that it would be pure smut, but it actually has an amazing story behind it. It is hot, I'll give you that, but there is story, it is plot, it is good. It's good. Okay. And the audio for it, they're all British. I didn't realize they were British, but they're all British, and I was like, oh, okay. So that just kind of threw me for a second. If you listen to the audio. All right, ready for the next one?
I am.
Okay, this is one I've had a while for a while. So this one is Eirik. Ooh, there we go. Eirik by Joanna Bell. So this is a time travel romance. When we do our time travel one, you cannot use it though if you read this book. Anyhow, this is a time travel romance about between our heroine. She travels back in time. So her name is Paige, and she travels back in time to like the 700s. And
Wow.
and she's done this her whole life. She did it right after her mom passed away. When it's like out in the woods, there's a tree behind her house. And if she touches the roots of the tree, then she falls back in time. And so she's gone back and forth quite a bit throughout her life because she made friends with these two kids in a village, and she could tell that they're different. Like something's not right. And it takes her a while to figure it out as she grows up, but she learns not to talk about it because her dad's brought in all these psychologists, and, you know, they at first thought she was crazy. And, you know, like she's learned not to talk about it. So now she's an adult, she's out of college, and she wants to go back one more time to tell her friends goodbye. When she gets back there, their village is being raided by Vikings, and she gets taken. And when she gets taken, then she gets presented to the Jarl, the head guy, the head Viking guy. And he's like, whoa, she's got all her teeth and she's got meat on her bones. Well, she's pretty hot, you know, because back then there was diseases, there was all sorts of things. And so this is their story. Now, obviously there is breeding in here because there's no such thing as birth control. So
I think you've told me about that book before.
I do love it. I will say there are some flashbacks in here to when she was a child, and it's her with the other two children that she was with. And when I first read the book, I read it, but I kind of skimmed that stuff. I got a little bored in those parts. I think the author could have completely taken those out and the book would still be amazing. Some other people might love reading that. I didn't necessarily feel it pertained too much to the story. The story is still amazing. It's just, I just kind of skimmed those parts. So just so we know, like, I just gotta put that out there. If you read it, you can choose to read those parts or not, but.
Oh, thank you for your permission.
You're welcome. Yes, you're welcome. So welcome. Okay. So our next book, I just have to grab right here my notes for it because it's a different book, is Beautiful Carnage by Heather Ashley. You've heard me talk about this one recently too.
I was going to say, didn't you just read this?
That's long ago. So this one is about Cole and Fallon. Cole is Fallon's dad's business partner. So I know that's right up your alley right there. So the dad, so there's a group of these 7 guys.
Oh, is this when she turns 18? And he comes to her school?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this, okay. Okay. So this one takes place like, so all these guys, like in this town, her dad and Cole and a couple of their friends, like usually there's 6 or 7 of them, kind of run the town. So it's not necessarily mafia, but it's mafia adjacent. It's, you know, they're very wealthy businessmen that run everything. And when Fallon is 16, she tells Cole that she hasn't kissed a boy and she wants him to be her first kiss. Now, he is smart enough at this point in time to be like, whoa, Nelly, that's not going to happen. You're 16. But then he remembers that. And when she turns 18, she's still a virgin. She's been trying to give it away, but nobody's taken it so far. She's still a virgin. And he's like, okay, now it's time. She's an adult. She's legal now. I'm going to go get her. So he actually goes to the school on her 18th birthday and takes her home. And he's like, you're staying here now. You're mine. Oh, you can go back to school, but you're mine. And he does not use any protection because he's like, and I'm going to put a baby in you right away. So this is that story. I loved it. It was so good. So yeah, I liked it just a little bit. Okay. Then our next book, you've read the second one in this series, but not the first one. I know you didn't like the second one, but I still love the first one. So this is Brutal Intentions by Lilith Vincent.
I liked the second one. It just
wasn't what you were expecting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this one is about Laz and Mia. So Laz, or Lazario, he likes to go by Laz, is married to Mia's mother. Laz is younger than Mia's mom by like 10 years or something. Mia's mom is in her early 40s because she's still at that age where she can have kids. So in order to get his inheritance from his family, their families are like mafia rival business families. They arranged this marriage between Laz and Mia's mom. And he has to have an heir within a certain amount of time. So obviously she's still at that age where she can get pregnant. Or he forfeits his inheritance. Well, he decides that he doesn't want Mia's mom. He wants Mia. But he kind of goes about it in a weird way, because he's very mean to her at first. Like, he's very much of a bully to her at first. But then, you know, things progress. And so you have that taboo element of he's married to her mom, but he doesn't want her mom. He wants her. And at one point he ends up changing out her birth control packets for sugar pills.
Wow. That's a really cool looking cover.
I know, this is her alternate cover that I got. Isn't it awesome?
I like it.
Love it. Yeah. Okay, so there's that one. We're almost done. Got a couple more here. Then hopefully you can handle this one. I don't know. This one's definitely on the darker side, but this one's getting its own little moment right now on TikTok. So this one is The Ritual by Chantel Tessier.
Okay.
So this one is a dark secret society college bully romance. Okay. So this one is about Riot and Blakely, or he calls her Blake. So they're going to this Barrington College, and the elite families in the country, we're talking like the senators' sons and the president's kids and like all these elite families throughout the country, this is where they send their kids. And for the first 3 years at this college, the boys are like petitioning to be these lords. They call them lords. And they basically run our country is how it looks like it works. And when they are their first 3 years at college, they're not allowed to have sex with anybody, and they have to do whatever the lords tell them to do to become a lord. And then in their 4th year, they get to choose these, what do they call them? A given is what they call them. They're given a girl, they're given a chosen. That's what they call them, chosen. They're given a chosen. And this person is someone that they keep for the year, and they can do whatever they want with them. Most of these chosen girls already have arranged marriages between these, you know, elite families in the country. And so we have Blake. She is already engaged to this guy who has been going through these rituals to become a lord. She knows nothing about it. She doesn't know what it is. And normally these guys get to choose their chosen, like they get to choose who they keep. Riot is told to take Blakely. We don't know who told him, but the things they do to them are insane. It's very dark. It's very mysterious. You've got this creepy vibe and this factor, but so definitely good. I mean, hello, it's good. And yeah, he don't like to use birth control, because why would you? He's gonna keep her, he decides, even though she's engaged to somebody else. And that's not how it's supposed to work. And the whole world could just fall apart because he took the wrong girl. You know. Okay, and then our last one that I have for you, and I have to do this one because it's like the ultimate. You've already read some of these, but any Ice Planet Barbarian book works, but I'm going to give you the third one. So Mandy's read the first 2 books in the Ice Planet Barbarians. I'm doing this is the 3rd book in the Ice Planet Barbarians. If you guys haven't read them, read them, and you want the breeding trope, I mean, this is the ultimate breeding book. I mean, that's all these guys do. But the 3rd book is about Kira and Ihako. Kira is the one, if you remember from the first book, she had the translator in her ear. So she still has that translator in her ear. And there's other things going on with her besides that. When she's on this ice planet, she's never going to get a mate. There's a reason why she doesn't feel like she's ever going to get a mate. She's waiting for them to like send her out of the village and be like, nope. And not only that, she can hear that the bad aliens are coming back for them. And so she meets Ihako. Ihako tries to woo her in some very interesting ways. He's the funny one. He's the one that likes to crack jokes. He is the very charismatic one. And he calls her Sad Eyes. She is his Sad Eyes. And he knows that she's his from the get-go, but they don't resonate for a while. So this is their story. So this one is obviously the ultimate. That's all they do. They have to breed. They have to make babies to be on the planet. So
Transcendence. We've both already read it, but Transcendence definitely has that vibe because yeah.
It was on my list, but you already read it. So
yeah,
Transcendence 100% is a breeding book. Yeah. Yes. So Mandy, it's decision time.
Okay.
Mr. Peen would like to know what you're reading.
Oh my gosh, you have problems.
I know.
Didn't you get that at one of the book things we went to?
No, that was a penis whistle.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Yeah, it was like feathery and everything.
I
Was on a
don't.
string with feathers.
Wow.
Yeah, at our book
Okay.
signing.
Anyway, so I'm listening to you, and I was like, "Oh, Sugar Daddy sounds pretty good." Oh, Beautiful Carnage sounds pretty good. And what was that? Was it Eric? Did I write that right?
Eric.
Eric sounds good. Oh, I really want, and I've been wanting to read Beautiful Carnage, and I've been wanting to read Brutal Intentions, and The Ritual sounds good too. I don't know about the alien one. That's just not thing. So I don't know what to pick. It's so stressful. Because I feel like picking Brutal Intentions or Beautiful Carnage is kind of like not really a cop out, but I already wanted to read those. They're already on my TBR.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, should I pick those? So I think I'm going to pick Sugar Daddies.
Okay.
But I'm going to read the other ones.
Yeah.
I might not have them done like next week.
But they're going to go on the never ending TBR.
Yes, I definitely want to read them.
Okay, cool. All right. So
Sugar Daddies it is.
Sugar Daddies by Jade West it is. All right. Cannot wait to see what you think of it.
I can't either.
Okay, so Mandy, you finished the book.
I did.
Let's hear all about it.
I loved it.
Oh,
it's a 5-star read for me, and it's going on my favorites.
Really? That's awesome.
Yes, I loved it. So when you look at the book, and when you were telling us like this is like the breeding kink kind of basically video, I was really expecting this to just be like a quick smutty read. It is not. There's definitely very spicy hot scenes. They don't feel smutty, even though if you just took the scene out and read it, it would definitely be smut. But in the book, it doesn't feel that way. I also wasn't sure because I'm really not into sharing. And so I was like, ooh, this is really going out of my comfort zone for reading because there's the 2 guys and the 1 girl. And that's usually just not my thing. And I just absolutely loved this. I think one of the reasons this really worked for me is because Carl and Rick's relationship was already established when they go and find Katie. Like they're both wanting her. It's not just one person randomly bringing her back and then the guy being like, let's share her. Like they both want her for reasons, yes. But oh my gosh, that's so good. And so like I said in our 1-minute book recs when I was talking about this, like you come for like the smutty like taboo aspect of this book and you stay for the plot. Like, you're so hooked in. Great writing, great characters. Like I just absolutely loved it. Honestly, I was a little bummed when you get to the end. I felt like it kind of wrapped it up too much. Like I could have kept reading a lot longer about these 3.
Yeah, I could have too. Like I'll take a second book.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, I'm so glad that you loved it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below. Do you have a favorite book that features breeding? Or if you want us to do more videos like this weird one. Because it's definitely a little niche there. So yeah.
It's a little Jessica.
It's a little Jessica.
I plan to read several more of these that you talked about, though. So I'm sure we'll be hearing more about these books in our 1-minute book recs coming up. Definitely. Make sure to check back on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays for new videos from us.
We'll see you guys in the next one.